Hi guys, Luis Morales here, health fitness specialist with Exos at Autodesk, and this is the first stretch break of the week, Monday afternoon. Let's go ahead and get into it. Before I really, get it started, as always, if you guys are feeling like something, needs a little extra attention, you want me to address a certain body part or a certain area or a certain muscle, even go ahead and drop that in the chat. We can definitely work it in. Today, the stretch break I have planned. We're going to get into some hip stuff, some rotational stuff. Should be good. Should be a good way to kind of finish off our Monday. Let's go ahead and get started in a nice half kneeling position. So one knee on the ground here, guys. And then one leg kind of out in front, foot planted on the ground. And what we're going to do is go back and forth between hip flexor stretch and the hamstring stretch. So we're going to be doing the front leg for the hamstring. The knee that's down, we're going to be doing that hip for the hip flexor. So in order to find that good hip flexor stretch, go ahead and tuck that tailbone. So squeeze those glutes, tilt that tailbone back. Then what we're going to do is, keeping that glute squeeze, pull those abs in a little bit. Push the hips forward just a hair, depends on who you are. You might need a little bit more of a push than others to find that good tension. Make sure we're not leaning back as we push the hips forward. We want our torso to kind of be in that same angle. And once we find that good kind of tension, that medium tension, go ahead and start belly breathing, trying to fill up that stomach with air while also kind of keeping those abs tight. And then the last cherry on top, we can use that same side arm as the knee that's connected to the ground to reach up overhead and exaggerate that stretch a little bit. Beautiful, you guys. All right, go ahead and let that arm down. Let's go ahead and shift our weight back a little bit and extend that front leg. Point those toes up, and then let's reach down. Try and see if we can touch those toes or ankle or shin or knee, just kind of whatever you have available to you today. Let's find that belly breathing once again. We want to make sure we're not holding our breath or anything like that. It's really easy to kind of find yourself in a weird breathing state as we twist and turn our bodies and stretch all those muscles out. Awesome. Okay. Go ahead and bend that front leg. We're going to go into the same hip flexor stretch on the same side one more time here, guys. So go through that checklist one more time. Try and find that glute squeeze and keep that glute squeeze. Should be one of the things that you concentrate on here. And once you find that good kind of medium-ish tension, we can go ahead and raise that arm up. And then belly breathe. Beautiful. All right, let's rock back. Straighten out that front leg. Reach for those toes. We're just looking for a nice hamstring stretch here. You might feel that stretch kind of into the low back and maybe through other parts of your back, and that's all right. The kinetic chain along the back of our bodies is nice, long, and very well connected. All right, guys, last breath here. All right, let's go ahead and shift on to the other side. Now, since we know kind of what's up, we can go ahead and find those stretches a little bit quicker. Tuck the tailbone, squeeze the glutes, squeeze those abs. Raise that arm up, and then we're starting to breathe in. All right, guys, let's shift that weight back, extend that front leg now. And we're reaching for the toes once again. You might notice some asymmetry in how this stretch feels, both in the hip and the hamstring. Nothing to worry about if it does feel pretty asymmetrical. The only thing we're kind of really worried about is sharp pain, anything super uncomfortable that you kind of don't really think is a stretch. That's stuff we kind of want to avoid if possible. All right, last time we're doing the hip flexor. So let's go ahead and find that glute, find those abs. Push hips forward just a little bit. Keep that glute squeeze going and then raise that arm up. Big belly breaths here, guys. Beautiful. All right, one more time. Let's rock back into that hamstring stretch. Bend that front leg. The further you point those toes up or bring those toes up, the more you might feel it in the top of the calf. Like I said, really well connected muscles on the back of our body can sometimes stretch out much more than just one. Beautiful. All right, bend that front leg. And then let's go ahead and come down onto the ground and find that really nice shin box position. If you're kind of unfamiliar, I've heard this position called a lot of different things, but basically what it is, getting one leg out front, knee and ankle on the ground, knee bent at a 90-degree angle, same thing out to the side here, knee and ankle on the ground, some externally rotated, internally rotated. So what we're going to do is just a little bit of rotation of this position. I kind of like sitting in it. It opens the hips up. Go ahead and lean on that hand, the same side of the leg that's out in front here. And what we're going to do is take that other hand and kind of just thread the needle here through. So I'm going to twist, reach through as much as I can, watching that hand with my head. And then on the exhale, open back up, come to that forward facing position. So let's do a few of these. Rotating as much as you can. Don't forget that breathing. Good work, you guys. Good work. Last one here. Good job, you guys. All right, let's go ahead and flip it over. So the other leg is now in front. We'll go ahead and find that good position, hand rested on the ground. Take our opposite hand now, same thing. Big rotations through. So a lot of popping on that one. Remember, for the most part, those pops and cracks, as long as they're not associated with major pain, typically okay. Remember that breathing here, guys. All right, last one here on this side. Awesome. Okay. Last one here today. That's all I really have time for. Let's go ahead and get into a nice quadruped position. So that's hands and knees. Hands under the shoulders for support, knees under the hips. And what we're going to do is a little bit more rotation here, guys. Go ahead and take one hand. I'm going to start with my left side. Take that hand and plant it on the back of your neck here. What we're going to do is twist open towards the ceiling here. So raising that elbow up as much as we can, turning the head even a little bit to look, pushing away from the ground with that opposite arm, and then returning to the middle here. We're going to stay on the same side. Let's do 4 more, or 2 more, I guess I should say. Don't forget that breathing, guys. Beautiful. Okay. Let's switch it over. Take that other hand back in the neck. Same thing. I'm going to try and rotate up towards the ceiling. Really feel the middle of the spine here turning, opening up, letting the rib cage move a little bit, shoulder blades as well. Last one here. Nicely done, you guys. Nicely done. All right. Unfortunately, that is all the time I have left. Don't forget to tune into our stretch breaks tomorrow. We have one at 11 a.m. and one at 2:30 p.m. and those are both with Jazzy. I'm also running my super awesome abs and core class. That is tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Come and join. You want a really nice core workout. Other stuff we have coming up this week: Workout Wednesday with me, 12 p.m. On Wednesday, Exercise with Exos on Thursday, and then the respective stretch breaks at 11 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. on Thursday as well. Go ahead and head to our SharePoint site, guys, if you guys are interested in the upcoming programs and all the other resources that we have, like our training program, Exos at Autodesk on SharePoint. You can also find us on Slack, #Exos. Take care, guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks, Luis.
See you guys. Good job.